I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it.
And go. What's going on, everybody? I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
Welcome to another morning of DMWATS podcast.
This is a social experiment gone wrong.
I mean, but we've been recording in the morning. We've been doing a lot of upkeep on our house.
On our house.
Yeah,
it's that time of the year.
It is that time of the year for the upkeep of the house. So
the deep cleaning. Well,
absolutely.
I mean, we're seasonal, so every season we go through a deep cleaning
exactly
phase.
But
checking on the house.
I also will say we've been doing really well, guys. We said, we cleaned out our garage. It's been
2 days.
Yeah,
2 days
of nothing but cleaning.
But it's done, and now it's been 1 day of admiring it.
Yes, you get done, and after all the soreness and all that other stuff, you look down and be like, I did that.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I could roller skate in there. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, but I think that it's been good.
Yeah.
I think it's been good.
If
but
coffee hasn't kicked in for you,
it
it?
hasn't. I was looking for our Halloween fact. That's why I forgot to bring it up, but now I got it. So
what is it?
Okay, so let me go ahead and get into it. Our Halloween fact for today is it is most Americans spend on candy, decorations, and costumes. Many of us put our money where our mouth is when it comes to loving Halloween. The largest share goes toward candy, with 95% putting it in their carts, 75% planning on buying decorations, and 65% shopping for costume. Overall, Americans spent on average of $1,048 on winter holidays in 2019. If you're wondering why we all tighten our belts in January. So,
it's a lot of candy.
It is a lot of candy.
But I'm the hit Walgreens the day of and the day after girl. For some reason, Walgreens candy always tastes the best, and it is the cheapest.
But the day of, that's when it's cheaper, or that night, or right before trick or treating starts. Yeah, right before trick or treating starts, it gets low.
And a lot of times they'll do that too. Like the minute they put it out, because they put everything out so early, they'll trick you with a buy one get one with a BOGO. And then the next day it's like $6 a bag.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are looking, but I got my DMWATS podcast mother. I'm drinking my coffee out of
You are. I'm still drinking coffee out of heifers. Nice. There's a lot of them.
It's okay though. So there's our Halloween fun fact for today. So it is my wife's time to go ahead and reach inside that bowl and pull out something good. There's eyeballs in there now too. Y'all know now. We put eyeballs in there in celebration of Halloween too. So she reaches in there and let's see what we get while we're sitting down in our nice clean basement that we redid too. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, we did that too.
We redid the basement. We cleaned up some rooms. We put out Halloween decorations. And okay, what do we get?
We got the fishbowl topic this morning is retirement. What is the right age? How has it changed over the years? Oh, it's changed a lot.
I actually like that we did this one. Oh, before we get started, why we didn't do our welcome DMWATSpodcast.com.
Okay.
Find us on all the streaming services.
Yep.
Doge, AMC. Reach on down. Sheba, part of that Sheba army. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way too.
Okay.
But all right, so retirement.
So what I find interesting, and I didn't realize this till I got older. Everybody loves the Golden Girls, right? Everybody watched,
for those who used to watch it.
Yeah, and I did. I remember, when it first came on, we faithfully watched it in our house.
Yeah.
Those women that they were portraying, the characters, were only supposed to be in their 50s.
Really?
And they were already like widowed or divorced. Of course, Sophia, the mother, was older, but they were in their 50s.
Yeah.
And retired in Florida.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
that was the 80s. It was like 55.
And that was normal.
Yeah, that's what it was in the 80s.
And
my grandfather retired in his 50s.
But it's gone up some. I think retirement age is 67 now.
Now it's 70.
Is it 70 now?
I think it's 73.
Wow, that's.
In fact, let me look because I have to know. But that whole idea of, moving to Florida and doing all of that, that's so passe.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not even something you do
retiring
anymore.
at 50 is kind of like, wait, what? Retire at 50? Now don't get it twisted. You know, we're retired, but we
Yes.
are also in the military for 20 years. So in the military, for those who don't know, you serve 20, which honestly is like that for a lot of jobs. You do 20 years there, then you can retire if you want.
So right now it says that the current age is 66 and will increase to 67. At age 62 is when you're eligible for Social Security, but your full retirement age is 67.
Yeah.
But I hear reports all the time that people don't have enough money because
Right.
of everything that's happened,
Yeah.
and it's really in your 70s.
Especially right now with everything going on. So, but retirement. So, like I said, we were in the military for 22 years, and we retired. And so, like, hey, I joined at 18. So realistically, I could have retired at 38. I retired at 38. So, which a lot of people like, that's not a thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Retired and started a whole nother career.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you still can.
Still can.
This is no longer, you know, again, back in the day, you know, at 40, well, yeah, it's getting about that time. You're gonna finish up. No.
Yeah.
No, now people, you start your second act at 40, and then another third act is usually handed to you in your 60s.
Yeah.
Like
literally.
people are living longer. So you can have an entire new life. And I'm sorry, but life begins at 40.
Yeah.
It really does.
We retired at 40. So, I mean, that's the thing. And it's like, hey, decided to take some time off, and then, you know, maybe eventually we'll get back to it. If not, we're fine.
You're getting to do something you didn't get to do when you were 18.
That's true.
You're getting to find yourself.
That's true. And it is that's one thing about retirement that people don't think about. Like when you retire, because of all you know is work. Like you've been busting your ass all day, every day. And you got to understand that when you do that, you know, you train your brain, right? You train your brain. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what it is. We got to get up at this time, all the time, this and that. But we've been retired for a year now, and we still wake up around the same time as if I'm going to work for a year. You understand? Like, hey, we could not set the alarms and everything. Still, body is trained to wake up at like 7 o'clock. He's like, well, shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I got to go to bed early because I know my body's going to wake myself up, not without the alarm.
Yeah, it's not because we want to.
Yeah, it's what it is. And so, but no, when you retire, it literally is like, okay, what do you want to start? Like, I've always wanted to be a pilot. I always wanted to fly.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm going to be pursuing. Like, hey, I've always wanted to fly. And I'm like, hey, regardless of whatever, I'm still going to go out there and try for my private pilot's license. That's not the only thing I wanted to do.
No.
You know, I wanted to act.
Yes.
You know, so I've always wanted to act too, be an actor. So
we're looking into voiceover.
Yeah. And so those all things that, you know, you can do when you retire, because when you retire, let's not forget, you do get a retirement check.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that's like, hey, that's not enough. We get it. You know what I mean? But, you know, you still do get that check. But is it not enough because you've put so much stuff on yourself that you have to keep working no matter how much money you have? Or is it just one of those things like, no, I want to live a certain way.
Right.
So I know I need to make a certain amount of money.
And we're one of the lucky ones. We both had kids at a young age, you know, in our early adulthood. So, so
now
they're grown.
Now they're all grown.
So we don't have, and a lot of people, unfortunately, unfortunately, whatever you want to view this morning on the subject.
Yeah.
A lot of people our age are just now starting a family.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of people will wait until after there's nothing wrong with that.
After they're established in their career, which makes a lot of sense.
Nothing wrong with that.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. My patience is gone.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. So our brother, he's starting, or he's got a family right now, and young family. You know what I mean? And
more power to you.
We would call him, and me and him would talk like every day. And then gradually it started to decrease because, like, all right, I got to get the baby ready for this. Kids got to get there to school. Then I got to go this. So I called him one day and was like, man, you know, we don't talk. You ain't talked in a while, man. Like, what's been going on with you? Oh, you know, I'm glad you asked. So the baby this, and then this and this. And I said, you know,
here, and
I said, hey, man, I think, you know, we got an appointment. I got to get, no, you don't listen to this.
He did. It was funny.
It's like, I'm pretty sure we got somewhere to be. I'm sure we got an appointment somewhere. Said, no, you asked how I'm doing. This is how I'm doing. This is
it's true.
But
yeah, so we're actually getting to enjoy that. But again, like I said, you didn't get a chance to find yourself.
Mm-mm.
And now you get to, and you get to do it with wisdom. You get to do it with having a worldview. You get to do it with having traveled and seeing things, so you have a better handle on what that is. It's not like you set it out at 18 to find yourself and hitchhike across Europe or anything like that. You actually worked. Yeah,
and you're right. And so retirement, let's talk about the afterwards though. Retired to after work. I will say, even if it's military, or well, I'll only speak from a military perspective right now. From a military perspective, the military gives you discipline, structure, a lot of different skills that you think is just normal.
Yeah.
And so when you get out, especially from a retirement age, I mean, I know a lot of people who get out and are like, man, what the actual hell is going on in this world?
Yep.
Because it's hard to. I know when I got out, and I was like, oh, okay, so we'll just do this and this and this. No. First of all, it's going to take at least 20 days for them to respond. 20 days. Yeah. Actually, minimum is 30.
30.
And here's the thing that I'm not used to. These people take actually 29 days to get back with you. Like if they got 30, you will hear back on the 29th day. Yep. It's like companies
it will be in your mailbox on the 30th
on the 30th day. You're like, wow. I'm like, this is how things work.
And then you've got 15 to 30 days to respond.
Yeah, you got it. They got 30 days to give it to you. You got 10 days to respond. I'm like, wait, no. No.
But I mean, I think so. One, in the civilian world, working on let's say a factory, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say a Cessna, Boeing, Spirit. 20 years retirement is not a thing. Yeah. Military offers that to you, but look what the military puts you through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of a difference.
It is.
So don't sit here and be jealous of my husband if you weren't willing to do what my husband had to do.
Yeah.
But because you've got 30 years to go or 40 years to go, at a company, but the result is still going to be the same, especially if you started at that company at 18, like my brother-in-law. He's been with his company forever, since he was like 19. 20. So he's going to have a nice retirement, and he's still going to be young enough to enjoy it.
So like the longer you stay at a job, is it like the bigger your retirement package is at work?
Sure.
Which I mean, the military is the same way though.
And then I mean, a lot of it depends, of course, on an economy. From what I've seen from people retiring, you're going to be offered a package, or you're going to push that button and hope that it's a good economy year to where everything is up, or the 401k that you put in yourself is doing well.
Yeah, true.
I mean, a lot of it depends on all of that, or sometimes the company will offer you free health care for the rest of your life for you and your spouse.
Yeah,
which that's a big deal.
It is.
You got to think about stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When we were in, healthcare was free. That's part of the military package, right?
Of course.
And then we get out now. We got co-pays. Don't get me wrong, the co-pays aren't expensive.
No.
But it's just when you get to used to like, all right, hey, here's my military ID. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah.
You that's when you realize how spoiled we were in the military. Now we get bills for the co-pay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, dang.
It's weird because we forget.
Yeah, we forget because you're just not.
Because that's something we have to factor in.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, we do obviously budget. It's not that we never budgeted, but now you have to.
Yeah.
You get one paycheck a month.
Yeah, instead of two.
Yeah. So it's things like that. But I'm going to talk about the stigma of it, especially from a military standpoint. When you retire and you're only 40 or 38, man, people hate your guts.
Man, like when people.
I mean, not you personally.
No, it's
collectively.
It's literally like, what do you guys do? Oh, we're retired. No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're too young.
Yeah, no, you're not. Like, no, okay, I'm retired.
How about we're fortunate?
Yeah, exactly. We're blessed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How about my husband made correct choices?
Yeah, it's like, it's not to say that people that if you didn't go join the military, you didn't make the correct choice. But we're just saying in general,
that
like
you set yourself up for you set yourself up.
Right. So, but it's literally almost like you got to apologize or they're expecting an apology for being retired.
You don't understand. People get mad.
They get upset. What do you mean retired? You're not even 50.
Or my favorite is, don't you have a job?
Yeah.
When I used to go get my a manicure, why are your nails so long? Do you not work? Yes, I do. Very hard, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Well, you and your husband, because we go get well, we used to go get pedicures.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, we're retired. No, you're too young. You keep working. No,
Yeah,
I don't want it right now.
What?
We're figuring it out.
Says who? You know what I mean? It says like you got to keep working according to who.
Trust me, we're okay.
Yeah,
You take care of you.
We'll take care of us.
But yeah, no, people are mean about it. And I'm sorry for them that they didn't have whatever choice you were offered that you took that they didn't have.
I tell people the same
not
thing.
really. I'm
I
not
tell
sorry.
people the same thing when it's like, hey, you know what? There's no way you're retired. I'm like, look, man, because not everybody can join the military. You know, not everybody can, and I understand. But for the gist of it, I say, look, I haven't done anything that you could do. You know what I mean? Whether it was military or stayed at a job for 20 years. You know what I mean? Or so on. You know what I mean? It's because like a lot of things that we tell our kids now, you know, it's like, hey, you know, you got to think long term. Because if you're in a job now and you're like, I don't like this one, I'm going to go to this one. I don't like this one, I'm going to go to this one. Every time you go and quit a job and start another one, you're starting from the bottom. You're starting from scratch. Okay, day one, year one. That's what it is. So it's like if you're constantly changing, the great thing I loved about the military, I had 3 jobs because I was like, I don't like this job. I don't like this job, but I was still in the military. So it still all counted for my career. So, I mean, but yeah, it's like every time you're starting over. Hey, I've been at this job for 12 years. Screw it. I'm tired of it. Hold on now. Hold on.
But I mean, so military wise, it's kind of the same. Like, well, I mean, if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, it is a factory.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can have multiple careers in a factory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're staying with the same company,
yeah,
you can train this job, train to be on this job, travel over here to be, you know, at this department or to be in that state with the same company. So I just feel like people's idea is skewed because again, in the 80s, it was like, you know, you're in your 50s, you retire and you move to Florida.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, that's not a thing. And people now start a new career, go back to school, find out what their passions are, they travel. There's a lot more to be done.
Right. Don't be scared to do that stuff though. You know what I mean? Heck, we are in school. You know what I mean? So I mean it's there.
We're forever students.
Yeah, we're forever students. So like go do the things that you want to do, study for the things you want to do. Retirement doesn't mean that you are now obligated to sit at home and do absolutely nothing.
No.
That's not what that means. And one of the things that we like
we'd go insane.
One of the reasons that we came up with unapologetic for our thing in our podcast is because we're tired of people making us feel like we have to apologize for the things that we have, the things we've accomplished.
And we've caught ourselves doing it.
And we caught ourselves doing it. And then you know what? You don't like it. Look, bro, it's not my problem.
So, but I mean, on the other side of that too, I think this, you know, younger people listening to us, if you don't have anything, any kind of portfolio or retirement plan, you know, there are jobs to be had right now.
Oh, this is an employee market.
Employee market right now.
It is an employee market.
The incentives that are being offered for you to go work at Amazon,
man,
is crazy.
It's crazy. Me and her, we were. This was just this morning looking and was like, man, we can go to Amazon just for shits and giggles. Like, you know what I mean? So
why not?
What? True story.
Part-time.
True story. We went to Arby's 2 days ago.
Yeah, we did.
We went to Arby's 2 days ago.
In our little town that we're in.
In our little town. And the kid that was giving us the drinks,
he was so happy.
He was so happy. We saw the sign that was like, hey, help wanted. We offer this and this. I said, man, you guys are hurting too. He was like, yep, they're finna be hurting more because this is my last day. I said, oh yeah? I said, you leaving? He said, yep, I got me a good job. I said, really? He said, where? He said, this factory, they started me off at $18 an hour. Yeah. This young man was proud. $18 an hour.
He was.
And that's reason to be proud. He said, I'm getting started at $18 an hour. This dude was maybe 19 years old. Maybe 19, $18 an hour. And he was ecstatic.
I was so happy for him.
And I said, man, that's great. He said, man, I appreciate it. He said, I'm so excited to start tomorrow. He was so excited. And I said, man, that's what, you know, because now it's like, look, all those times that you were offering people $5 and $7, not caring about their situation. But now that the employees are not coming in, no benefits. Now the employees is their world now. Now it's like nobody's working. Oh, they working, just not at your spot.
Well,
they working, just not at your spot.
That's true.
I mean, that's true.
But I think if anything, the pandemic taught younger people and older people to be more conscious. They learned how to do stocks. They learned that they can, they don't have to have a company 401k, that they can start that on their own with as little as $10, you know, by learning, and apps on your phone. I have 3 of them. I mean,
we didn't see some success stories.
3 trade things that I go through.
We didn't see some success stories from people that are out there just killing it in the market.
But even when I was, you know, just a few years ago, I was always in struggling and living paycheck to paycheck. I still would take that $5 and invest. I was always that person, because you never know. And so because I've never been, I don't know, I'm the artist.
Yeah.
You know,
so,
I just, to me, this isn't retirement. This is just, you know, we're getting to do what we need to do, and you're getting to find yourself. And
yeah.
I don't know why people get mad about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're entitled to get mad, but I'm entitled to not care too. So I
just want people to be smart. You still have to set yourself up for retirement, but it's easier nowadays. It just is. We have options. Right now, jobs are amazing, and people, the stigma used to be you retired, you died.
Yeah.
Now that's definitely not the case. And you start a new life. You live again. Yeah, you can have nowadays, because of computers and everything, you can have 3-4 lives.
Just literally chilling at home, working.
You know,
from home.
You can work from home. You can discover things. It's just, I feel like we're more entitled than we've ever been.
Absolutely.
As a society, and unfortunately, people act like it, but they're not demonstrating it. They're not taking advantage of what is being offered.
True that, and we can say this: retirement. So, actually getting used to being retired can be tough. You know, to trying to decide on what you want to do next. You know what I mean? Because it's like, hey, if this job is all you know for 20 years, it can be almost damn near crippling. Also like, hey, what am I going to do next? But understand that your retirement does not mean, okay, your end of days for you. That's not what that means at all.
That's not at all what it is. This is not farmer time. But, you know, also, I'm always saying to him, what do you mean you're retired? We have a podcast, which trust me, takes up a lot of time.
This is not, regardless, look,
not
we have
just
fun with it.
Of it.
We have fun with it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it is not what people think.
But when I'm doing it correctly, when you're doing it correctly, it is uploading, it is pushing, it is advertising, it is social media, it is website updating, it is answering emails, it is answering phone calls.
It's a good 2 or 3 hours out of your day.
We have a photographer coming by today, because we were interviewed a few last week.
Yeah, and we have a photographer coming by today
for a magazine. So you know, this is a lot of work.
Yeah, this is not.
So retired. And he's got me cleaning a garage for 2 days. Who's retired? I'm busier now.
Yeah, retired, but actively employed.
We are and gainfully employed.
Yeah. So gainfully employed. So retirement, guys, that's kind of our speech on retirement. We the thing is just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Do what you want to do.
And how about being happy for people that have had success in there?
Yeah,
what's
don't get mad.
That?
Don't see like, what do you do? I'm retired. Like, so you, it's like,
I'm retired of your BS.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't be retired. You're too young. You can't be retired. You're too old. See how stupid both of those sound? Exactly. So see how dumb both those sound? Like, hey.
Trust me, I'm tired every day. I was tired before. I will be tired. I will be retired again tomorrow.
That's what it is.
That's all that means to me. I'm tired.
That's what it is. So guys, that's our show on retirement. Thanks for listening. You guys know where you can find us, DMWATSpodcast.com. And you know, you can, obviously, if you're watching us on YouTube, you know you can find us there and all the streaming services. Doge, AMC. Once again, we are still part of that Sheba Army. You guys get on the Sheba. Trust me, get on the Sheba. I feel like I got to keep saying I'm not a financial advisor. Whatever.
Because we're
not. But Sheba, we still a part of that Sheba Army. So you guys do what you do. But anyway, if you guys also haven't been noticing, I'm going to do another plug for my DMWATS podcast.
And we have stickers.
We got stickers, the whole nine. You guys head on over to DMWATSpodcast.com. Check out merch. You guys can grab that stuff from over there. But thank you guys for tuning in and signing off for DMWATS. I am Baby.
I'm Missy.
We at DMWATS. We'll catch you guys on the next one.